This will be a reshoot of my Whelen Centurion video. This is a 3 rotator, 4 strobe upper, 2 strobe lower, 4 flashers total, takedowns, alleys, loaded bar. The difference is I've added a Piercer 2 power supply to power the corner lower clear strobes instead of having them share a power supply with the upper strobes, which cause some brightness issues. That's the main update besides it being much higher resolution footage. So we'll run through the options on the bar here. There's not going to be a lot of audio, but enjoy the bar. As shown, the bar does in fact have 3 rotators. The outside are standard speed, and the center is slightly higher speed. I really wouldn't call it fast, I guess, but it's a slightly higher speed than the outer rotators. I don't even know if you can fully notice that. It's very slight, if at all. The 600 series strobes are powered by a 6-head edge power supply. Using only the 4 strobes, it actually gives them a little bit more brightness so that they're not sharing the last tier of power. The traffic clearing options are a set of front-facing clear flashers and the corner strobe lights, which, as I said, are now powered by a rapid single flash Piercer 2 power supply instead of being parasitic to the other power supply and making the other strobes dimmer. So this video basically runs through the options separately and then a few of them together, and kind of shows what the bar can do. You may not get a great look at the lower strobes aside from the slow motion footage at the end and in these sections where they're shown on their own. In person, the lower strobes actually show quite well, but on the video they kind of get washed out by the rest. The bar can be switched in a variety of ways. The combinations that are shown here are not all of the ways. In fact, every pair of options or every option is switchable on its own. If you were using a 3-position slide switch, it might make a lot of sense to do things that are visible to the rear only, maybe then 360 red stuff, and then finally add the front-facing white on position 3. That's probably how I would set it up. Also, when the lower white options are enabled and the 600 series strobes are on, the 600 series strobes actually then change to action flash instead of comet flash. So the addition of the lower white traffic clearing options actually the way I have this set up also kicks the power supply into action flash instead of just the base comet flash. And it does have takedowns and alley lights. They're pretty decent. There's actually 4 takedowns and then 2 alley lights on each side. They provide a decent amount of illumination for smaller halogen illumination type light heads. They're not bad, and they don't block the warning features, so they're not bad for what they are. The rear, the bar is not fully populated. There's room for additional flashers, but I think this is sufficient. These bars were actually usually on fire vehicles that didn't use a lot of rear warning. This bar obviously was from a smaller vehicle, so it does have some rear warning. And like I had talked about, you could do just the rear strobes and rear flashers as a first tier, so that you didn't have anything showing to the front, theoretically. And then you could add the rotators and the front strobes to make an all red 360 view, or you could switch the options independently. It really wouldn't matter. And I did include some footage here of the bar in some low light conditions. I think it's kind of cool looking. Not all the options show up real super well, but I still think it's always nice to have some high impact looking footage. So there's this footage, and then there's some slow-mo at the end. Might be a little bit easier to pick out the flash pattern. The slow motion is only of the bar with all the options on, so that means the upper strobes are in action flash, and hopefully you can catch the lower strobes in their rapid single flash as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the updated footage. Have a good day.